Well, some could be, but not generally not the existing NFTs out there. For the most part, they're not securities.
Why not?
Well, they're not fractionalized.
You have
They don't
unit
mean
ownership in assets.
Well, that's only if they're fractionalized. And then there's a whole body of law that's being explored right now regarding that's why real world assets. So not a digital representation of, as we've been talking about. By the way, there are some music platforms. I'm an angel investor in a lot of DeFi projects. There's one with One Confirmation that I'm an angel investor with that is doing, just quickly, think of special albums coming out of your favorite artists. So you can buy a digital representation, and that when it's sold, the artist still gets a percentage of the royalties that the artist sets.
Yeah.
But the coolest thing is the ownership of that song or album is still with the artist in regards to other market venues. So it's really cool. It's called catalog.io. But to your point right now, real world assets fractionalized, absolutely. Hester Peirce, the SEC commissioner, came out about 4 months ago, and she's the biggest proponent on the SEC board right now for blockchain and NFTs, et cetera. And she said, it's a difficult argument for me to make that real world assets fractionalized are not a security. So that's the direction. There's a lot of ambiguity right now. But in regards to these other NFTs that we're talking about, they're not securities necessarily.
So a single ownership entity would not be in there.
Definitely not.
But a fractionalized one could be regarded.
That's my argument.
Right.
But there's a lot of folks on the other side.
Looms, right?
Yes, yeah.
And
That's a good point. There's a lot of regulation
it
coming.
looms on the whole of the cryptocurrency environment.
And that's what we're excited about, because we're regulatory forward, we're compliance forward. I'm on the phone with the SEC. I'm not bragging about this because I have to be, but the SEC, FINRA, CFTC, or members of my team all the time. And frankly, that's where it's heading. And that's why MakerDAO, which is a true DeFi platform, completely anonymous, backed this and partnered with me 2.5 years ago, because it was before anybody was thinking about regulation or compliance for the crypto space. And to the point made earlier, when I got involved with MakerDAO, I think their assets. Their loans outstanding were 50 million about 3 years ago. Now it's over 10 billion. So there's been tremendous growth, but they recognize that compliance, what's compliance, KYC, AML was important in all this. So that's coming. It's looming, and it's coming.
We have about 5 minutes left, so